Be honest, how many times have you started something with excitement only to give up a few weeks later? That new workout plan? Forgotten. That big dream of learning a new skill? Left behind. You're not alone. Consistency isn't just about discipline. It's about understanding why you struggle and how to fix it for good. In today's video, we're diving deep into the real reasons you're not consistent and uncovering 5 golden rules to help you stay on track. These are the same principles that successful people use to achieve their goals, and by the end, you'll have a blueprint to finally stick to what you start. Because let's face it, Netflix can release 10 seasons of a show without missing a beat. If they can stay consistent, so can we. Let's start with the hard truth: why you're not consistent. There are 3 main reasons, and trust me, these are more common than you think. Number 1, unclear goals. Most people fail before they even start because their goals are vague. Saying, "I want to be healthy" isn't a goal, it's a wish. What does being healthy look like? Losing 10 pounds? Running a 5K? If you can't define it, you can't stick to it. Number 2, relying on motivation. Motivation feels amazing. It's like a shot of adrenaline. But the problem? It doesn't last. Motivation is like the friend who hypes you up at the party, but disappears when it's time to clean up. Number 3, overwhelming expectation. How many times have you tried to change everything at once? Work out every day, eat clean, wake up at 5 a.m., all starting tomorrow. It's too much, too fast, and it's a recipe for burnout. And then when you fail, you beat yourself up thinking you're the problem. But here's the truth: the problem isn't you, it's the system you're using. Now that we know the problem, let's talk about the 5 golden rules that will change everything. Rule number 1, start small, think big. Imagine you want to climb Mount Everest. Do you wake up one day, pack a bag, and start climbing? Of course not. You train, one step at a time. Consistency works the same way. Instead of trying to change your entire life overnight, focus on small, manageable habits. Want to save money? Start by saving $1 a day. Want to work out? Begin with a 5-minute walk. Small steps might seem insignificant, but over time, they create massive results. Think of it like planting seeds. One seed doesn't look like much, but give it time and you'll have a forest. And if you're thinking, what's the point of 5 minutes? Let me remind you, Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built brick by brick. Rule number 2, create a system, not just a goal. Goals give you direction, but systems keep you moving. Let's say your goal is to save $5,000. That's great, but what's your system? Maybe it's automating $200 from every paycheck into a savings account. Systems are like autopilot. They take the effort out of consistency. Set it and forget it. And when your system works, your goals take care of themselves. But what happens when life gets in the way? How do you stay consistent when things get tough? That's where Rule 3 comes in. Rule number 3, find your why. Let me ask you something. Why do you want to be consistent? If you don't have a strong reason, a why, you'll give up the moment it gets hard. Your why is your anchor. For example, if you want to get fit, don't just think about looking good. Think about being healthy enough to play with your kids or avoid health issues in the future. Write your why down, make it emotional, make it real. When you feel like quitting, your why will remind you why you started. No, I want abs for Instagram isn't a strong enough why. Dig deeper. Rule number 4, embrace imperfection. Perfection is the enemy of progress. You're going to slip up. You're going to miss a day or fall off track, and that's okay. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about bouncing back. Think of it like driving. If you take a wrong turn, you don't abandon the car. You just adjust your route. The same goes for your habits. Rule number 5, accountability changes everything. Accountability is your secret weapon. Find someone who will hold you to your commitments. It could be a friend, a coach, or even an app that tracks your progress. Accountability keeps you honest and motivated. And here's a pro tip: celebrate your wins. Every milestone, no matter how small, deserves recognition. But how do all these rules come together? Let's quickly revisit the 5 golden rules. 1, start small, think big. 2, create a system, not just a goal. 3, find your why. 4, embrace imperfection. 5, use accountability to stay on track. When you combine these rules, consistency stops being a struggle and starts becoming a habit. Remember, they used these rules to turn things around, and now they're consistent. Not perfect, but unstoppable. Now that you've got the blueprint for consistency, there's one more roadblock you need to overcome: procrastination. Subscribe my channel to watch my next video on how to overcome procrastination with these 7 powerful strategies. It's time to stop waiting and start taking action.